Curl your toes, and let's take the knees wide or big toes together for our child's pose. You can prop yourself up any way that feels good there. Relaxing down through your whole beautiful body. Just let everything get a little melty for a moment. Belly soft, back, hips soft. And then with the hands out in front of you, take your time as you shift your weight forward and come back up to all fours. And this time, I'm going to place an extra little squish under my knees. This time, we're going to sit back on the feet. Oh, the beloved foot stretch. All right, just getting all those toes curled under there. Don't worry, we're not going to stick around for too long. We're going to move with it. But just be there for a moment, maybe even just a little rock side to side. Feel a little bit more weight on one foot than the other. Maybe a little breath into your feet. Okay. Now from here, your hands are resting on your legs. We're going to come up to that standing kneeling as we take the right arm up. I just feel like it's a little bit more stable to be here with the toes curled under than not, but you can always change that if you want to. Okay, so feel a little extra press forward with your hips. I just want to bring a little bit more contraction, a little bit more strengthening stability here into the sacrum and lower back. And then sit back down as you lower that right arm. We're going to switch to the left arm. Inhale, lifting up again. It's that little press forward. Not a big arch of the back, but just an activation of those muscles. And exhale down. And we're taking both arms up with our inhale. And exhale, sit back down. Again, the right arm leads the way. Coming up. Exhale, sitting down. The left arm leads the way. And then both arms. Inhale. That opening through the chest and exhale back down. We're going to do one more set with the right arm. And release. Good left arm. And release. We take both arms up. And release. Walk forward to all fours. Oh, thank goodness, uncurl the toes. And just tap out a little rhythm there. Tops of your feet on the floor. Just give them a little stretchy out there. Okay. And then keep the tops of your feet flat and sit back down. And then if it feels good from here, let me move my blanket out of the way for this one. You can shift your weight back a little bit to stretch more through the front of the calf, the ankle, and think about reaching your knees a little forward. And just send the breath down into your leg. Okay, coming back up. And we are going to come into side lines. So just swing your legs around. Lay down on, let's do left side first. So your top hand's going to rest on the floor in front of you just to stabilize you there. You're going to keep your feet together and press that top knee up, making sure that you do not drop that hip back behind you. So just really try to keep them stacked on top of each other. And then we nice and slow lower the knees together. And again, press the knee up, keeping the feet together. And slowly lower down. Good. And press up. And lower down. I'm being slobbered on here. This is such a rare thing that she does. Lift. And lower. Okay, we're going to do two more like this, then we're changing it a little. The next time that your knees lower together, just take a little breath, a little wiggle so that you fully release that effort. So then we're coming back into it. We're going to press the knee up and hold, and we're going to do these little pulses up, 2, 3, 4, breathing 5, oh boy, 6, 7, last one, 8, and relax the legs together. Just rock those hips down a little. Okay, variation number 2. Keep your knees together, lift your feet up. I like to imagine that my feet are sitting on a little shelf and now come into your clamshell. So the point of reference is now your feet. So the inner arches are pressing into each other to stabilize, and then we close the knee. And we open and close. And again, if that creates any wonkiness, I want you to put the feet right back down onto the floor. And breathing. Do 2 more. And as the knees come together, lower your feet. Just give those hips a little rock forward and back and relax. Take a big breath right there. Okay, now we're going to let the lower body rest, and we're going to take this right hand and just kind of rest it on that left shoulder. We're basically just taking the arm out of the picture for a moment. And then start to roll that shoulder back. So we're rolling open towards a twist. And I'm just coming to see, where is that twist on the side of your body? Nice comfy movement, and then roll forward and almost let that shoulder roll towards the floor a little, and as much as you have room with baby. And then we're going to do that again. So we just start to roll open from our center. So the ribs roll back, the chest, the shoulder. Let your head go with you. And then as you roll forward, just lean that shoulder towards the floor so you get a little release in that direction. Same movement, we'll just extend the arm out in front of the chest. And again, as you open up, think of opening from the center of your body. The chest rolls open, the ribs, the gaze goes with you. And just make sure that when you reach the final destination, like you come to the fullest expression of your twist, make sure the arm hasn't fallen back of that space and made a real cranky position in that neck and shoulder area. So the arm just stays in line with your body and then comes forward. And then again, we're going to inhale and sweep open. And exhale, closing. Now changing it just a hair, it's essentially the same movement, but we'll draw a little rainbow arch up overhead as the arm sweeps up, and then we roll open towards that twist. Different experience there in the upper body, and then sweep the arm forward again, retracing your rainbow. Let's just do that one more time, sweeping open. Let's take a breath in that twist, melting into that. And then we'll roll back onto our side and relax. Here. All right, so just getting settled into your new side. I'm just being reminded myself as I look at my body that a good indication of where you are there, if the hips are stacked on top of each other, is what your knees are up to. So like my top knee is about an inch further back than my bottom knee, which just tells me I'm leaning back into that hip a little bit. So if you bring the knees line in line with each other, that should ideally bring your hips on top of each other too. Okay, let's see, where did we start? All right, we're going to do our clamshells. So keeping the feet together, the feet on the floor, let's just press that top knee up. Hold there for a moment. And then slowly lower it down. Now, as you just continue with that, you've got some options with your breath. So you can inhale on the way up and exhale on the way down, but sometimes it feels more supportive to exhale on the way up and inhale on the way down. So just try those out. See what your body prefers. We'll do 4 more. Think about that little hug of the tummy in. Hugging baby to your back. All kinds of fun sensations there in the hips. Woo. I think we might be getting a bonus one here, but that's okay. We'll do 1 more. This time, whenever your knees come back together, just rock them back and forth. Let them relax. All right. Take that top knee back up. Stay there, and we're going to do 8 slow pulses. So we're going to pulse up. 2, 3, 4, breathing, 5, holy moly, 6, just 2 more, there's 8, and relax down and rock those hips out. Yep, it just doesn't matter sometimes how often I do those. My body just needs to keep on doing them. Okay, second variation. We lift the feet up. Keep your feet pressing together, then open that top knee and close. Good. Open and close. Just flow in there. Let's do 2 more. And last one. And lower your knees together, then release your feet and let everything relax. Nice big breath. Good. Okay. Into our little twist. So your left hand is going to rest on your right shoulder, that area, just for these first couple, so we can kind of feel that we're moving from the center of our body. So feel everything connected as you start to roll open. Your head's going with you, and just see where the happy twist is on this side. And then roll back. And again, rolling gently open. And your hip may come back with you, and that is just fine. And rolling forward. And then we add on by extending the arm in front of the chest. Imagine that you could reach beyond your fingers as you roll open. Come to meet your twist. Say a little hello to it. And then sweep that arm all the way forward. Again, breathing in as you open. Breathing out as you close. Do that one more time. Inhale. And as you exhale the arm forward, just pause as it comes to the floor. Feel the back release for a moment. The shoulder relax. Then we're going to transition to that little rainbow, just for a different experience. The arm sweeps up overhead as you roll open. And the arm sweeps back. So hopefully freeing up any icky, sticky tension in that upper body. Again, we'll sweep open, just nice and fluid. And as you sweep back, relax. Take a breath right there. Good. Okay. I want to transition back into table pose for a moment. So take your time as you press the floor away. As you come back up, yogi's choice of toes curled under or not. But I just want to come back into some of those cat stretches to kind of integrate after doing some twists and some hip stuff, just to integrate the two sides of the body and thinking about the movement beginning in the pelvis. So we're going to find a little wave-like motion here. So from your all fours, long spine, think about that movement of the pelvis initiating everything. So as you sink your belly, so the pelvis is tipping forward, that brings that curve, that arch up the back. And then you begin to tuck the tail, rounding through your spine. And then begin to lift the tail, sink the belly, flowing up the spine. Tuck the tail, round the back, flowing down the spine. And just play with that. Have some fun articulating through each vertebrae, feeling how everything is connected. And on this next exhale, as you are rounding your back, stay there, take your knees a little wider, big toes together. Relax into child's pose. Just softening in.